welcome to the Right Away Afterparty. My name is Cath.
And I'm Nick.
We're so excited, as always, so excited to be with you. And if you like what we do, just follow us, like and subscribe, share our podcast with other people because we always have something different. And if nothing else, you'll have a laugh.
Yes.
Today, Nick is going to do something amazing. I can't wait because if we're here, we love to read, right?
Yes.
And if we're here, we also understand that it's progress, not perfection, correct?
Right. Yes.
Progress, not perfection. So we are going to progress on something that I am an absolute novice at, and it's children's books.
Yes. Picture books. Picture books, children's books. Yes.
Yeah.
I love them. Okay. So Cath was talking earlier about how she attempted to write a picture book. And we all think that this is going to be easy, right? We think like, okay, I'm going to take this ladybug and she's going to meet this llama and they're going to go on this journey together and they're going to become best friends. And you think, oh, wait, I'm at like 750 words. This is like, and they haven't even crossed the bridge.
Yeah. That's what happened to me. I had 400 words in and I realized I'm not even in the room yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's very limited space. The last picture book I wrote was 250 words. That was like amazing. I don't know how I did that one. But yeah, I mean, you want it to be about 500 words. 500 words is the kind of the magic number to shoot for. I mean, if it goes a little bit over or a little bit under, under is always better than over. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where the market's at right now. And, and I don't really blame parents. I mean, to think about it, like you sit down, you got to read this book to your child, you've had a really long day, you're exhausted and you're like, oh my gosh, like how many words are on this page?
And how many pages can I skip?
Yeah.
Without my child.
I honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest. There was a book that my daughter loved and it was just, I don't know how it got published. It was like, like a whole like little paragraphs of conversation. And I'd be like, and she jumped over the water.
And then they wise up and say, Mom, you skipped a page. Mom, what happened to the part where she crossed the bridge? You're like, oh.
It was so hilarious when she got of reading age and she picked it up and she's like, she didn't jump over the water. There was a lot more that happened. And you're like, well, it was good enough.
Yeah.
But I like to be I'm an economist when it comes to words. I keep them very small, very tight, very short. I mean, a lot of times I'm told to write more. Like it's never like, and that's kind of where I'm at because I feel like the pictures kind of do the heavy lifting, And so a lot of times I'll just put an art note like, dog is going to sniff here and sniff there. And they're like, well, we want to see some of that. We want some of the heart there on the page. And so for me, I think there's a 2-thumb rule that I go by. Well, two thumb rule. 2-thumb rule that I go by for my scenes. 1, did it have heart? And 2, did it have action? Heart and action, heart and action, heart and action, heart and action. Because everything else is going to be pictures.
Okay. So tell me what heart is.
Yeah. Okay. So heart is anything that like emotionally like touched the character or the character felt, the character
cried or laughed or something like that.
Yeah, or was surprised with, or was like I just wrote a picture book about a slug, and in the very beginning, the slug's kind of sad, and then
feeling sluggish,
and then it meets another slug, and so like on the page, it's very they're very short, it's just like oh, there she is. And then that's the heart, and then the action is, him, going after her and then sharing a leaf. So it's like, but
leaf, that's so
cute. It's amazing how hard it was to come up with just that line. Like, there she is. I couldn't figure out like how I wanted to convey that, like what words I needed. and how do I show that, with as little words as I can, but there she is 3 words. So it's, and it expresses so much.
So much.
So
Yeah.
I think honestly that is the trick. The trick is to,
Economy. Okay.
yeah,
Economy and
heartness.
heart.
Yeah,
Economy and heart. Hang on. Then there's the other one.
action.
Action. Okay.
Yes.
Action.
So you really only need to describe your actions, because, or you don't even really need to describe the action itself. Like you just need to describe maybe like why they're doing that action. So like let's say she's going into the room, right? And the picture is going to show her going into the room. But why is she going into the room? What's the action behind her going into the room? So maybe the line is, I need a pencil, and so she's going to go into the room to get a pencil. So it's like, so, and that it's like, but, or you can do something like, I want to see if my brother's home. So then that's why she's going into the room, so it's like, you have to figure out like what, as the writer of a picture book, you kind of almost have to see the pictures in your brain, and you don't want to write too many art notes. You kind of want it on the page. So if you're saying like if you say like, you don't have to say that she opened the door, because that's going to be in the picture. I want to see if my brother's home. So it's like all of a sudden, like we kind of already know where you are. We kind of understand where you are, because the pictures are going to tell the story as well.
So if you want to see if your brother's home and you want to really, really economize on that page, you can have her turning the handle, peeking in and saying, Stevie,
Yeah,
and that would
exactly.
be enough.
That would be enough.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's
you can
helpful.
even put an art note. She just peeks her head in her brother's room.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. And the room can be a mess. And then,
Yeah.
where's Stevie? Wow, that already makes me think of how many words I can cut out of those
Yeah.
500 words that I wrote.
I
And
mean, in
go,
a first draft of a picture book, though, like I'm always about more. Like I'm always about putting more, as much as I can down, and just to get the story out of me. I don't
yes,
care. I
that
don't
makes
ever.
sense.
I don't
Just
ever
write the
censor myself.
story.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
write the
ever
story.
censor myself when I'm just
Okay.
starting a picture book. When I'm just starting a picture book, because I'm a discovery writer, and because a lot of times when I picture books too, like I literally am just taking an idea and developing a story. So an idea and a story are not the same thing
Okay.
whatsoever. An idea is an idea, and a story is what comes from the idea. So a lot of times I'll have this great idea, and I want to see if it is the story, is the potential there, and I'll just let myself go, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is 5 pages. Like, yeah, 5 pages in a picture book.
Yeah,
So
let's just clarify. 1 page, Times New Roman, a font size 12, double spaced, that's 300 words. So you're looking for a page and a half.
well, it depends on how many stanzas you have too. Like a lot of times my pages will end up being about 2.5, because I'll have very short stanzas, and like it depends on how many words you want in different pages. You have to think about the spread. Also, like where's the double spreads? Like that also you have to take into account as a picture book writer. So always just think that the picture books are 32 pages. There's 32 pages. Yeah, and there's sometimes they're front to back, sometimes they're double spreads. And so think about that too. Like where does the word lie? And you always want it in the middle of the book, the very middle of the book. That's always going to be your darkest moment, for a picture book. So that's always going to be when the characters like reach their kind of pinnacle, or this kind of the second act, the third act sometimes is usually when wherever the spine and the pages meet in the
Now, when
middle.
you say pinnacle, that's like top, or do you
Yeah.
mean that's when they're at the bottom?
Either way, I mean, depends on what kind of picture book you're writing. Some
Okay.
picture books are uplifting, some picture books there's a down, so it really depends.
And picture book goes for what ages?
Picture books, well, I mean, it really, that's another thing too, is that, because of our society and where we're at right now, like I heard in just recently in some circles that picture books are being read at retirement centers. I've never thought.
Oh, how precious is that?
I've never ever thought of that before, but what a beautiful,
that's where their mind is.
What a beautiful tribute to picture books. Picture books, also nonfiction picture books, are found in high schools, because a lot of kids don't want to do research in really big books, so they'll use picture book nonfictions. But normally, typically picture books are in elementary schools, and they're usually from age 0 to about 6 or 7. But fifth graders, they love getting a picture book read to them too. So I mean, my kids will still sit down for a picture book.
And we've run out of time. We've run out of time, and I still have so many questions about picture books. Can we sometime down the road, after I've practiced a bit, can we have a round 2?
Yes,
of picture books?
I love talking about picture books. I will talk about them forever.
Oh, yay. Okay, we'll do that.
All right, writer friends. Thank you so much for joining us on this little tribute to picture books and my little pigtails, because I always try to be childish when I write them.
There you go.
Bye, writer friends.
I love you, Nic.
Love you, Cath.